Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is BGFH, and I'm back for another short, probably pretty short, I would guess, VR experience video. And I just started this for about 5-10 seconds and thought, yeah, let's just record it and see if it's worth doing a little video for. So this is this is just a passive, kind of an educational experience, like I've said on Twitter and other videos. I'm actually really interested in some of the video or some of the, non-gaming stuff, be it educational, practical use stuff, whatever. And especially with educational stuff, especially like on TV, I miss those types of shows that we always used to get on, like, Discovery Channel, the Learning Channel, Science Channel. I mean, all those types of things where you would get like a narrator that would tell you stuff and you would watch things happen. You get the animal shows, you get the tech shows, you get whatever. And now everything on those channels pretty much is like this reality TV crap, which is like, occasionally it's amusing, but no, I mean, I actually miss, especially when I want to veg out or something, I'll watch movies sometimes, but actually I love to learn, and I like to kick back and watch those types of shows. And I think VR might actually find some of its niche here. So we are looking at an app called Rapid Fire, and it's a brief history of flight. So the title says. And we are basically the only way it seems to work is with my remote. So I have my Oculus remote, which I rarely use, but here we go. We are gonna just play it here, and I'll try to comment on things as I see them, but it looks like we're probably just going to get we got this runway here. We're in this pretty kind of an ominous sky, actually. You would think they would maybe have, I don't know if it'll change over time, but I don't know. It's just kind of funny that they chose like this dark, ominous sky versus like a nice bright day or whatever. But anyway, Rapid Fire. Let's go.
Welcome to Smith Air Force Base. I'm Colonel Thompson. Thanks for coming out today.
No problem.
I think this is a great opportunity to give you a journey through time by sharing with you the history of aviation, starting with the beginning. Let's kick things off now with the plane that started it all, the Wright Flyer. Here it comes just over your right shoulder.
Man,
this bird
that's
flew
cool.
for the first time on December
like
17th, 1903, flying a total distance that would barely have made it from one end of the cargo hold to the other inside of today's largest plane, the Antonov 225. Progress in aviation was so rapid, Louis Blériot successfully crossed the English Channel only 6 years later. Here's his plane coming from the left, the Blériot 11.
Okay. Oh, that's kind of loud. That
When
music.
World War I broke out, many of his planes were sent to scout enemy positions.
Oh,
The
cool.
Fokker Eindecker was the world's first purpose-built fighter aircraft. Whoa, look out!
Oh, sweet.
After the war, aircraft were quickly adopted for civilian use by airlines and mail services. The most important airliner ever took off for the first time 32 years to the day after the Wright brothers' first
That looks like I'm going to hit my head
The
on that wing.
DC-3 was such a masterpiece of aviation engineering that it still flies for many airlines today, 80 years after its maiden flight. The old saying goes, the only replacement for a DC-3 is another DC-3.
Okay. Now what do we get?
Aircraft had proved themselves devastating weapons in the First World War, but surprisingly, they did not play a decisive role in the outcome. But all that changed in the Second World War.
Oh, yeah.
Air battles were waged on a scale we never saw before, and will never see again. Above you now flies every aircraft that was shot down during the Battle of Britain.
Holy crap.
battle raged for 3 desperate months, while the German Air Force
That is
attempted
a
to pave
lot
the
of
way
planes.
for a Nazi invasion.
Damn.
Nearly 4,000 pilots and crew were killed or wounded.
Wow. I knew there was a lot of planes that got shot down, but I really didn't know that there were that many. Good God. I kind of wish they were flying lower. It was easier for me to see them.
But the war also ushered in the jet age.
Ah, yes.
It arrived in style in 1955 when Tex Johnston famously performed a barrel roll in Boeing's new 707 commercial airliner.
Sweet.
Now here it comes from the right.
Oh, man.
But to many, the height of the jet age was the introduction of the Concorde in 1976.
I wonder if they're doing
For
anything with like
27
helicopters
years,
or
the
Harrier jets
Concorde
and
ferried
stuff.
passengers across the Atlantic in a short 3.5 hours. So fast that for those lucky few, the sun rose in the west. But to really understand how fast that is, you need to see it for yourself. So here it comes on your right, a high-speed pass at 1,300 miles per hour.
Yes. Jeebus. I didn't even see it.
Now the plane that I have the pleasure of flying is the F-22 Raptor. Here it comes, circling from the left.
Oh, there it is, yeah. Wow, okay. See, here's
This
the thing.
plane's maneuverability is unmatched and unbelievable.
Here's the thing. This is awesome, but this begs, like, I actually want
The
like a VR
F-22
museum
is nearly
where I can go up
invincible
in
in
the
a dogfight,
cockpits of these and like walk
but
around
it's
them,
also a stealth,
even with teleport or
invisible
full
to
movement.
radar, and so quiet you might not notice it until it's already on top of you.
Ah, cool. Dang. Okay. And you actually get the scale, you know? You can tell really how big these things are.
Well, I think that about wraps it up for now.
Oh.
You've seen a rapid-fire history of aviation, from the Wright brothers' first leap to some of the fastest machines on Earth. Come back and see us again. Oh, one more thing. Remember how I mentioned the Wright brothers' first powered flight would barely have made it from one end of the cargo hold to the other inside the Antonov 225?
Mm-hmm.
Well, take a look behind him.
Oh man, the way it went right. Okay, wow. Huh. Okay, that was kind of cool. So, is there actually head tracking here? Let me find out. No, nope. See how it kind of actually forces the perspective as I move, it moves. There may be a slight bit, but not enough to really be able to read. Good contrast, but, again, my crappy vision, not able to kind of read that sort of thing. But really neat kind of experience, and like, the narrated thing, I like that. But then as I'm seeing these jets, like, even the ones that are like way up there, can't really see them super well from a distance, but yeah, I would do like I said, museum, like all this educational stuff, like flight museums, science museums, especially like, man, I'm thinking like a science museum. You have the Oculus Touch controllers, and you're actually, like doing like physicsy things and playing with little contraptions at little exhibits and stuff. VR could be phenomenal for education. And yeah, I can't wait to see it. But there you go. That is a quick history of some of aviation anyway. Rapid Fire. It is I think it might have been a free app. If it wasn't, it was like $1 or $2. But I got it on the Oculus store here. And yeah, like I said, I found it pretty interesting, but now I just want more. Now I want to, go in the cockpits and, be in a big old airplane hangar or a museum type thing, walk up to an exhibit, hit a button, and maybe you could have like the narrator describe some stuff. You jump into like the cockpit and see what it's like, or it would be even cool to be in the cockpit like as they're flying, especially some of the more acrobatic planes might make some people sick, but have a warning on there obviously, but just have, yeah, there's all kinds of fun things you could do to expand something like this. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. A little short video for you here. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, and until next time, I will chat with you guys again later.